that be it? Big time power slam. Wait a second. What is Puregold doing? Of course he's not trying to curry any favor with the audience. No, he's calling out the Body Bag Bros. That's right. The Body Bag Bros, members of Greed. Wait a second, Price Puregold. The referee distracted by the rest of Greed. Puregold wrestling with Father Derek over the collection plate. What is happening here? Puregold took his eye off the prize for a moment too long. Just enough time for Thomas Kennedy.
Here's your winner, Buck Wild, Thomas Kennedy.
Give me that. Get him back down, brother.
Hey, I don't think so. No. See, when we made this thing official, you shut up. When we made this thing official, nobody was gonna be out here, nobody was gonna be involved. My boy stayed in the back. What was Father Derek doing out here, huh? They cheated, that's right. They cheated. I was screwed out of this victory. I was distracted by that stupid preacher. So this is what's gonna happen now. Greed is taking over this show. The investment, Price Puregold, big budget, Lotto, we're not going anywhere until somebody comes out here and rectifies this situation.
Just won't last.
Oh, hold on 1 second there, Price Puregold. Oh, come on, Onata, you can get louder than that. So, Onata, let me know, how good was it seeing this guy lose? I gotta tell you, I enjoyed it myself. And you want to talk about fair, you trying to take a collection plate, that's not fair, and all these people agree.
What are you gonna do about it, huh?
What am I gonna do about it? I'll tell you what I'm gonna do about it. A lot of these people might remember me from my days in the ring. And if it wasn't for you three dudes, I'd come in there and put an ass whooping on all of you. However,
I'd like to see that.
hold on, tonight, the band says I'm the boss. I am the commissioner of New Pro Wrestling. And as your commissioner, I promised each and every one of these fans one hell of a show, and you guys are gonna get it. Now, right now, do you guys want to see another fight? I said, do you guys want to see another fight? How about this? Do you guys want to see these three guys get their asses kicked?
Whoa. I already wrestled once tonight. Ain't no funny business. You think I'm gonna do it again? Huh? You think I'm gonna perform in front of these losers again?
Hey, can you do me a favor? Shut up! Because right now, I want to introduce to you two young up-and-comers from the Syracuse area. Let me bring out Marcus Zeno and Adam Stone. You guys know them as Power Supply. Let me bring out their partner. You know him, I know him, we all love him. Here is Studley Steve McKenzie.
May 27th, New Pro Wrestling is back in town, and I see that they put a good match together, and that is me, Jacoby Riddick, versus my best friend, a guy that I have traveled up and down the East Coast together. Dude, we've been doing this almost 10 years now. That's a lot of experience between two good friends. And I know Mike's just out here saying he's got something to prove. I really feel like I don't got much to prove. I don't have to prove anything to him. I know my skill set. What I see this match as is the opportunity to put my skills to the test, to prove who is the better man. And we always had this conversation many, many times. We've had actually a few matches together. I've come out on top. He's come out on top. But this time around, with all the experience combined, he's been working hard in the gym. I've been working hard in the gym. I know a lot of people say, oh, you took time off. I took time off of wrestling shows, but I was still grinding in the MMA gym, pro wrestling gym, in an actual gym. I can still deadlift 500 pounds. I can still squat 400, and I am very close to having a 300-pound bench. Not quite there, but I'll get there. But I see Mike as he's reached this level, and he's trying to get to another level, and I'm trying to catch that level of wrestling. And if I beat Mike, that means I'm on his level. But if I tap him out, if I hurt Mike, because you know, when two friends go to war, they hold nothing back. And that's what we're going to do. We are going to hold nothing back. This is going to be an all-out slugfest between two friends. He sees it as an opportunity to prove himself. I see it as an opportunity to test, to put my best skills to the test. And hey, let's see who the best man wins.
You are correct, Mr. Puregold. You already have wrestled once tonight. So I'm going to give you this match off. You two. I got a phone call late last night, and I found someone to team with you. A surprise person who was not supposed to be here, but I got him for this match. Let me introduce you to your partner. Hit his music.
I'm familiar with the talent that tends to be attached to it. The one and only, it is Cheech.
Well, folks, by order of Commissioner Super Beast, the following contest is a six-man tag team match, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, they are representing Greed. They are Budget and Lotto. And their tag team partner. This is Cheech. And their opponents, the team of Marcus Seal and Adam Stone. Together, they are Power Supply. And their tag team partner. This is Studley Steve McKenzie.
A slew of surprises here at Clash at the Calet. Let's not bury the lead here. Of course, incredibly talented wrestling veteran Cheech, a surprise here at NPW, but arguably a bigger surprise. We have a commissioner, the one, the only, Super Beast. It is so great to have you here in New Pro Wrestling.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I'm so excited when I got the call. We needed somebody to take charge. Not going to put up with these attitudes, these prima donnas like Greed. I'm here to make a fair statement for all of these fans, for all the people in the back. We're going to have some great wrestling here, and they are going to get theirs tonight.
Absolutely. You need somebody who's not afraid to put an end of the tomfoolery, the skullduggery, the chicanery, the nonsense, the goofing around, so to speak. There's many ways we can frame it. But let's get down to business. A six-man tag in the ring right now. You see Studley Steve McKenzie and Cheech, two very well-established veterans of the squared circle.
And how appropriate that my introduction to the management team of New Pro Wrestling is a six-man tag, a match that I am quite familiar with in these parts of Central New York here. I have led them, I have been in them, I've hated them. But here we are, we're going to have a great match tonight.
Absolutely. It is so apropos for you to come out and establish law and order the only way that you know how. Not the only way. Let's not take away from the fact that you are a veteran of the squared circle yourself. A perfect choice for commissioner here in NPW.
Oh,
but
thank you so much for the kind words.
We see Cheech pushing Studley into the corner. Adam Stone looks like he got the tag on that one. But things are starting to break down into a Donnybrook quite quickly.
Most of these six-man tags, eight-man tags, 10-man tags, and you hear the chant of "Let them fight," and that's what we're all about here at New Pro Wrestling. We want high-impact action, even if it is with some, shady people.
Taking advantage of the inexperience of Power Supply. Turning their back on these cantankerous, villainous, quick friends, it appears. It appears that Cheech fits in with Greed quite nicely. He's here to get himself a payday, here to get himself a victory, and show these young bucks what it's all about to be a great pro wrestler.
Folks, if you ever get a chance to make it out to a New Pro Wrestling show, please do so. Be very careful. You never know who might be in your front lap. I got Studley Steve right in front of me. Crazy chaos here.
Chaos erupting indeed. You took the words right out of my mouth, just like that beautiful Meatloaf song. Adam Stone almost caught a cover from Cheech. He's getting down to business. Well, of course, what would we expect? Would we expect anything less? He's doing the choke with the T-shirt on Adam Stone.
Some people might say that was a questionable call by me, bringing in Cheech to team with Greed. But listen, I promised these fans the best wrestlers, the best quality action. How can I forget a guy like Cheech? Even if he is going to team with people like Lotto and big budget of Greed there, I can't leave Cheech off the card. My duty is to bring the best wrestling, and that is what Cheech is, one of the best wrestlers out of this area.
That is an excellent point. You cannot play favorites, even if the people involved are just downright nasty and rude sometimes. It doesn't matter. We want to bring the absolute best in professional wrestling, and we think we're doing that right this very moment. These promising young teams like Greed, like Power Supply, getting into the ring with veterans like Studley Steve McKenzie and Cheech to better themselves at the craft of professional wrestling.
As much as I don't like Greed and their antics and the way they talk to the fans here at MPW, I do got to give them credit where credit is due. Fantastic tag team strategy. As somebody who has been in the squared circle many, many years, as you've alluded to before, that is great psychology. Cut that ring off like a sandwich. Keep them in your half.
Yes, absolutely. And a big thing to take note of with the Body Bag Bros, as they call themselves. Take a look at that. Beautiful splash from Cheech. Something to take note of is that Greed are in the car every week all together as a unit. They rarely wrestle outside of the comfort zone of themselves. That's a good thing and a bad thing. You know your tag team partner better than anybody else. You have all the time in the world to talk about being better professional wrestlers. Strategy, it's a big time component in pro wrestling.
Oh, absolutely. And Big Budge and Lotto, like you said, they know each other like the back of their hands. But we can't forget that Power Supply, they're two gentlemen who have teamed up multiple places across central New York there. They know each other well. The problem is the size. I'm a big man. We all know that. Look at the size of Budge and Lotto, and they are just applying that size advantage and just taking it to Adam Stone and keeping him cut off again. He is just going to have to give up at some point. There's no way the human body could take that type of punishment.
Well, that could absolutely be, Beast. Commissioner, I apologize. Bit of formality. We need it. Got to show some respect for the position. But Adam Stone has been in the ring for quite a while, getting worked over by Greed and Cheech. You're absolutely correct about everything that you've said here. Marcus Zeal and Adam Stone are not a random assemblage of wrestlers put together as a tag team. Look at them showboating. Look at Greed and Cheech showboating. But my point is that they are built as a tag team. They train together to be a working, synergistic tag team when they're out in the field. Studley Steve McKenzie may be an addition to that, but I think that his veteran skills will certainly show him when to jump in, when to get his hands dirty.
You can say the same thing about Cheech, though. He's another guy.
Correct.
He was a big veteran of not only the singles, but also the tag scene. Brings many, many years of experience to the much inexperienced Lotto and Big Budget there. And he can help mold them like a piece of clay. He can help guide them to the next level there. If this is going to be a duo
Big time shoulder tackle
for years to come, I smell a lot of trouble for a lot of the roster here at NPW.
This audience letting themselves be heard, wanting to see Adam Stone power up, get to the corner, make a tag. Any of his partners will do, but Studley Steve in with a big clothesline on Cheech. And this could be what turns it all around for Power Supply and Studley Steve.
Studley Steve is a bundle of energy and high-impact tomahawk chopping action.
The chop right down the middle of the face. It's right between the eyes. Beast, I know you've taken it. I feel like that hurts. And following it up with a bulldog is great strategy by Studley Steve.
Oh, no, that is
Brody
something.
boot in the corner.
Lordy, that is something I've taken more times than I care to say. What?
Call that the truck stop, the Brody combo.
Now that is something I have not taken from Studley Steve, but I've eaten that big boot more times than I can count, and I can count with the best of them.
A tag made to Marcus Zeal, a freshman. Do not underestimate the power. All muscle that man is, laying in some stiff clotheslines. Thick with muscle. Able to get him in the air like that. Greed are having a hell of a time. They had the advantage in the early goings, but now we're starting to see it. Take a look at that. That was all power.
Look at that. I gotta say, it's not always pretty, but it's effective. And
Going for the cover.
What that was.
Ugly as a slug with a mustache. Sometimes professional wrestling is just a game of jockeying for position, for getting the muscle advantage on your opponent, or just catching them while they're not in their right mind. It is very difficult to stay present at all times. Be aware of where your opponents are every minute of the match. It's not possible, I don't think.
And that's exactly what it was. Adam Stone was beaten, but still had just enough strength to use the last little bit of energy, slamming Lotto onto that top rope before Zeal just goes ahead and just plows into. But now look at this beautiful teamwork, throwing each other into Studley there.
Using that size advantage that you referenced, Beast. Taking him out of the corner. Hitting him with the 3D, but let's not forget Marcus Zeal from the top rope with a senton, breaking up the pin. This match isn't over just yet.
Zeal definitely did some damage to his lower back on that, but you do what you got to do. He did damage to himself, but that upper back caught Cheech, and most importantly, it broke up the pinfall. And careful, they're coming near us.
And this is breaking down into an out-and-out brawl. We got Lotto over with Marcus Zeal. Big budget with Adam Stone. Budget sent into the ring post.
There's action everywhere. What is this?
Price Puregold inserting himself into the match. Of course, he couldn't stay out here and let this be a fair contest. But Studley Steve, you gotta wake up pretty early in the morning to put one over on him as he seals the victory.
Of Power Supply and Studley Steve McKenzie.
It's like 200 degrees out in the ring. We just had Manchester with black and yellow of all people. I'm exhausted, I'm beaten, I lost my suspenders, and out of nowhere, and the folk come in like they own the place. They take you out, they know Garrett's not here, they don't find Garrett's not here, they know they got the number of it, so they know how many numbers advantage. I don't care if it's 4 out of 3, I don't care if it's 12 out of 3, I don't care if it's 100 out of 1. Medic, you want to take your fist up real tight? You want the advantage to take Brute VanSlyke out? Well, that's it. That's fine. That's fine. Let's take it, Daddy. You and me, one-on-one, October 27th, my hometown, Oneida, New York. You better bring all the wrist tape you can find at Dick's Sporting Goods, Daddy, because it's going to be a good old-fashioned tape fist match. And you best believe, Medic, me, the Ungun, Last Outlaw, Father Garrett, we're all showing up. And more than that, hell's coming with me.